Tanse, tanse, tanse. How is everyone? Greetings. Okay. Okay, I came on here to not long. Um, um, oh, darn it. I can't have a Zoom meeting right now. Okay. Tanse, nice to see you all. I missed you all. Thank you, thank you. Um, this is going to be a short video, like I'll be here for maybe till 11:15 or for at least 45 minutes, I'll say, or maybe 30 minutes. And then I'll come back on after 1 o'clock. I have to, Dante, Soundwave, Angel, Dante, greetings. Good to see you. I have to go pick up my medicine. And I cannot miss this medicine. This medicine, so it's the one that's helped me. So my husband's busy. He said he can't, but it'll be okay. Things will work out. Tell me, how have everyone been? I know that I made a short video and it's been kind of crazy. So, what's going on? Here, well, my clan's been here. My husband doesn't like the smell, and he's like, "What's is this a manure? Are they doing the fields?" And I'm like, "No, they're not in the fields. You know who it is." He goes, "Why do they can't they take a bath in the river or lake or anything?" That just makes it worse for them, actually. They do rub on the pine trees, so um, there has been some emails and texts. You know, I make my bags and I try to help out people. Um, I know many people try to want them for free, but if I feel that it's really necessary to deeply, yes. But yes, the hurricane. I'm been praying, and I'm so sad about it. My relative is that they lost their home, and but she says she has flood insurance and stuff like that, and she's kind of worried. But I said, well, at least the kids weren't there. So I do want to say now, I do appreciate everyone supporting my small business, my personal, because to me, being protected in the pines or in the forest or the woods is very important. I want you to be safe. And I know sometimes it's difficult, and people are, well, I'm on a budget. Well, we can make small payments, and I might even give you a discount. So it's important. Hold on 1 second, please. Sorry, thank you. That's my grandson and then my granddaughter, two different people, were texting and calling me. Today is one of my grandson's birthday. He is 23. So I have a 28, 26, and 23, 22, two 21s. Um, and then the twins are 16, and their sister is 14. And then I have one that is 9, 7, and 4. And then my great grandbaby is 7 months old. So I'm proud of all my grandbabies, even the ones I sponsored. Their children are also my grandchildren. Sorry for the bounciness. But anyway, um, we need to do a prayer for Baggies where the hurricane hit. We'll do that towards the end of the video. And I want to finish saying about my protection medicine bag. Well, not this one, but those that I make. Um, I don't buy the leather. I have to, it's either trade with my relatives that go hunting. And when they skin the deer, the elk, or the moose, whichever one, um, they give me the slab of it, of the skin, and then I cut it as I'm praying, and I cut it as I sew the protection bag together. And I say your name for that bag. And I do appreciate the ones that had once one, and I understand, like I said, everybody is on a tight budget. So I do want to say that it's sometimes a little difficult, um, because people say they don't have it, they don't understand why. Um, can Sorry, I apologize. Um, that they say, well, we're on a budget. Believe me, I understand, because my budget is my husband's, and everybody goes, oh, well, you're native, don't you collect? No, I don't. I was a nurse for a while, and then I retired 26 years ago, which was about 10 years ago. So now that I try to do my own business in my making my jewelry and doing protection medicine bags, now when I have to do for the others, then they send me the skins. And then, like, just past month ago, I had to make 40 for the powwows, but I didn't pray over them, so I just made the bags. Now, when you buy a bag from someone else, it's not prayed for you over it, and it won't work, because it's very powerful when you ask an elder, and who is a medicine man or woman, and they're putting what is necessary and it's sacred in the protection medicine bag for you when you go out in the woods, or if you have something else that is your need because your health. I pray over that. I pray for the anxiety. I pray for you to understand the calmness. So, Danse, Carrie, many blessings, Randy, Candy, and Miss Randy. Thank you. It's good to see you. Um, and yes, I work with people. If they, and like I said, I understand, because now these days it's not like it was in our early times. So I ask, is it okay to say that if you can't message me, communicate with me, I want you to be safe? The woods, the pines, or the forests, you know, it is important. But if you can't, I understand that, you know, just because this is how I make my finance for me, my own business, my small business that I do for myself. And whatever money I make from the bags and the earrings, I trade money for beads, for materials. Now, um, there was another question that was brought to my attention. They're like, well, aren't you receiving any kind of source of income from the government? No, I don't receive amounts of money that my relatives get. Now, it's on them. I don't live on the res. I go back and forth over my lifetime years. And it's very important to understand that, you know, I do what I can. So I've went many times to different res, and you know, I've been over in Nevada, Willamaca. I've been over Ishquam, back east. I've Oklahoma, East Virginia, Michigan. No, not Michigan. Um, the PA area, um, Idaho, and um, Arizona, New Mexico. You know, I've done many travelings for the powwows and sing and dance, judge, and help many youth get further on. Youth that I have always took under my wing, now they're in their early 20s, late 20s, early 30s maybe. So they've grown up, and I try to teach them the ways. Now, I did take a few groups with me to learn to track and see what the bears or coyotes, wild bulls, deer, elk, moose, bears, um, what kind of bird, you know, things all like that I've taught them. And then when you see other prints, you wonder, what kind of print is this? Why is it so wide and it looks human, like a human foot? There are 3 toes, 4 toes, 5 toes, 6 toes. I've pretty much seen them. And some, you will see some that the dogman not having a full foot, but partial. So there's different ones, believe me. And to learn how to track and understand, it takes plenty practice. So if you can't understand um, how things are actually done, then you really, if you can understand what happened here. Okay. It takes time to really understand. And many channels, you know, I give them praises for going out and investigate. There's times I do get jealous because I'm not out there. And because of my leg being broken for the whole year, and then trying to learn to walk, and then, you know, doing physical therapy, it's hard, especially an old lady like me. um, you know, life sometimes throws us a lot of curveballs, but they're, you know, the creator, our father, he's the one that says, I throw curveballs at you so you can understand a little more of the structure that is coming or that is around. Danse, Brother JP, welcome. Good morning. So I truly do understand many people again about the bags. Also, too, you know, if we don't understand I got a burp. Sorry. Thank you. Um, it gets hard when many people go out in the pines, the forest, the woods, and investigate the area of what kind of the mimic is in there. There are many different creatures. People call them cryptids, and so I'll say cryptid so you can understand. And yes, it is very powerful, and it can drain your phone. It can drain your camera, your video. MUTs still, they drain that too, and they can see through all the lights that everybody use, red, green, blue, purple. They can see all that right through. you know but if you push them too hard, that means it's telling them you're aggressive human, and you don't want to do that, because then sometimes they'll move away from that area, or they'll let others entities stay in that area. And then you can, now my bag works, you won't get zapped. They might blow, and then you think it's something else. They're close to you because they try you. They can really zap you. Now, if there's 4 around, it's more powerful. And this is the reason why I do put bear root in your bags. Take a bite. It's fine. And if your bag is wet on the outside, that's fine. As long as the inside is not wet. And if you had it wide open, then it'll still work, but I'm just saying. Another thing too is that when you do, this is my opinion. I'm not forcing anyone. I want to make that clear. I am not forcing no one. Read my lips. No one. When it comes to my medicine bags about purchasing, and I don't force anyone to be aggressive. Now, they see if you have it inside, that's fine. But it's better outside, because in that way the spirits of the natives are now all around. And I know certain areas do have a lot of history of indigenous natives that had passed on. So it is important to greet them with a prayer, have respect, put down tobacco, and say, I come with no harm. I come to visit the land. I also come to see the beauty of Mother Earth. You don't have to say my exact words, but you can put down tobacco and do your prayers, because we're all believe in the same person, the Father or Creator. He is Jesus Christ, yes. But I have a different way of saying it, because that's the way I was brought up, and that's who I know who is who. Everyone goes to church. Yes, natives go to church. There are some are Catholic, some are Christian, some are Mormons. But it's who and how you were raised. When people copy Bigfoot by the woods, Knox, do Bigfoot know why, and do they get mad at people? Yes, they do. If you know your clan well and you've sat there and communicated, like you're sitting by yourself, like you're talking to yourself, they're around. There are around. Randy, you're right, and no. It depends on the clan that is in your area. But if you go from different places to investigate, that's what I'm saying. Um, They don't like you mimic them. Yes, it does, because they're like saying humans are foolish, no respect. But you have to make sure that you understand and respect them, because actually it's their land. They listen to Mother Earth. We all try our best to do what we can to communicate with them. But if you have a strong connection with them, they will speak with you and they will communicate with you. It's also important that, we do understand. But sometimes many people don't understand and they're like, okay, how can we completely do all this if you're all not willing to know or to help? So you want to able to walk in the forest or the woods, the mountains, like if you're hiking. Now, if it's a nighttime, the same thing. You need to say that, I'm here to visit, I'm here to understand who you are, what you're about, because many people say this and many people say that. Yes, they did communicate with our relatives at one point. Some still do, but is we keep it very sacred and we don't share. Me not living on the res, so they can't do anything to me. I can get scolded. I don't care. I do to let everyone know. Yes, there are many things out there that hardly anyone knows, and it's been kept hidden for over thousands and thousands of years. They also don't want non-relatives to keep going with machines and stuff out there. They don't like it. They'll make it known. But you have to remember it's their place. We're the strangers. We're the unwelcome ones. One like I started here in California with mine at the border of Nevada and California. There were very aggressive at one point, and I had to earn that trust. And over the 30 years or more, because I've been doing this for close to 52, 52 plus years, yeah. I started at 5 years old tracking, and then I shot my first bear. Well, that's how I got my name. That was my spirit name. So, yeah. And I continued. And I fought to get in my space, my eye, because no boy or man was going to put me down. I am a tough cookie. And, when people want to send out negative, and then is that how you get negative out there to them? They can scare you very easily without you even moving further in the forest. I promise you that. If they do a 3 knock, how should I respond so they know even if I don't leave their area? Okay. Are you willing to sacrifice a lot of things? Do you know what the knocks means? 1, 2, and 3. There's also 4, and it goes rapid. What's the LOL for? Come on. Can you tell me? Okay. Well, put out so everyone knows. I'm not just going to be giving out more information, but if you want to share it and you're saying it's easy. Specifies lots of things and parts. Okay. It tells me many things. When people like to challenge me, and I say, okay, I'm going to reverse psychology. If you don't pretend to respond, now are you really sure you know, or are you gaining information from others so you make sure you know? Not saying anything bad, but I'm just I'm just commenting, answering your question and stuff. uh, okay, people in area or predator. Do you know what? Have you ever heard of a fourth one? All the children that I have sponsored, I've taught them many things, and they're doing well in their channel. They're like 5K, and I don't. I keep in touch with them. They let me know how they're doing and stuff, and they still come to me and ask me for advice. They've done many great things. I love teaching what is in the woods. Um, Sometimes many don't understand, so it's a little difficult. But again, we have to respect and understand. When we try to get a certain area, they'll say, and they'll film it too. They'll they say, oh, we're going to a certain site, and it happens to be their backyard. So you're living off the grid? No, but yet you live in the city limits. Okay. Well, they come in the city, believe me, they do. But I just like how people like to give false information to those who are willing to learn, and then complain that they don't have funds for that and that. You don't see me doing that. Mm-mm. But I do appreciate everyone, you know, listening, accepting the advice and the advantage of me teaching you. Yeah, I do understand that. Love TV Rockets, Fox, Hugs, JP. Um, um, Other things too. Other things that people try is that want to know how can they communicate with them. Well, to communicate with them is like able to understand what they're about, and it takes time and trust. So, mhm. If you hear 3 knocks here and 4 knocks here and 2 knocks, that's because they're calling all clans because of something's going on. One, they don't like military men at all. So it gets, oops, the creature I meant. Sometimes it's scary, very terrifying when you get this feeling and you all of a sudden, what was that? Why am I feeling like this? It gets very overwhelming. Believe me, it does. Sometimes people don't understand, and they're like, "Oh, okay, Aldebaran said this. Now I gotta relax, relax." You have to calm your mind. You have to release all that anger and scareness out of your body. You tell your mind, I'm keep calm. I can get through this, and you can't. Yes, you might have some following you, but you have to also tell them, I bring no harm. Please don't bring no harm towards me. I'm not bringing no anything to affect you. But if you care to watch me as I'm leaving, I thank you. I thank you for showing me the way out. So there again, it's that time and very difficult. So um, I will say this. Uh, oh goodness, my granddaughter needs to be picked up. Being a grandparent is so beautiful and precious, but you can never have one day to yourself. You don't, but it's okay. And I'm on live, and she goes, I know you're on live, Mom. I can see you. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna leave this here, and I will be back about 1 o'clock my time, so you guys will be 3. Yeah, Carrie. Yep. Um, she is the youngest of grandchildren. I have great grandchildren at 7 months. That's not the one though it's the other one. She wants to be here. So anyway, I will be back on around 1 o'clock my time, so it should be 3 o'clock Eastern time. Unless you're in the Midwest, we will be at the same time. So please forgive me for cutting it short. Be safe, Jackie, please, driving. I have to pick up my granddaughter. So, everyone, it's not at the end. I hope you come back. When I come back on, we can all continue to the next one, okay? Tanze Aihanyan Sukunishita. Oh, let's pray. That's what I was just saying. Okay, let me do a short prayer real quick for back east Florida and everyone that had North Carolina that had the hurricane floods. So let's do this. Daishko noe ne payentu koya eniska eniko eta koyeska en daiko noistoeka enako no makalian ni marakajo tosta ek chana eta kayona ekste esta echke aye enta kayo eta ayana neko to esta harta edotko Ainesteo estin tanako era koini adina show etoa anene washte koya hi yokwa. Amen. Thank you, everyone. I hope to see you shortly, but grandma duties call. I'll even come back in when she's here. She sits right there and stares at me while I'm live. And we'll continue on more with the Dogman and the cryptids, the entities, and the Satangas. So therefore, I love you and I see you soon, even the Gators. Bye, Candy, Randy, Betsy, Soundwave. I got your real name. And Carrie, John, JP, Angel. Now, please come back and we'll finish. Okay? Thank you. Hi, hi.